left already.
Let there be many who fall in love with you. Jesus, we decree. Let there be many who fall in love with you. Let there be many who fall in love with you.
Good evening, everybody. You can hear me clearly. Just put 111 on the chat box. Nice to have everyone here. Sports season finale. Day three. Day three. Sharp. Nice. This is one of like the most important one. In as much as we have tried to, we've discussed our identity and how to brand ourselves and everything. Today is really going to be how you can actually make money from that skill, from that particular thing you want to do or you are doing currently. How do you make money from it? Good money from it, not the one you've been making before. So if you have been following, you know that we've actually discussed a lot from moving from identity to actually yesterday we did a lot. We actually spoke more on personal branding and positioning. And if you were in class yesterday or if you went back to watch that video again, you find out that there's a lot there. There's a lot there. So I'm going to start shortly. Thank you for being here. Good evening, everybody. And shall we? Shall we? Or we shall not? As you can see, I'm very happy. How are we all doing? What are our expectations for today? What are our expectations? Let's put let's type our expectations on the chat box. What are your expectations for today's meeting? So it's not just like you are coming to a meeting, you just want to come and watch the live and go back, be the same way and everything. What are you actually expecting? What are you looking to gain from this particular meeting today? So you have a skill, you've understood your identity, you now understand positioning and branding. So what are your expectations today from monetization? All right. So what are our expectations? Let's put them down on the chat box. I want you to jot down your expectation, put it down on the chat box, or maybe you can put it on your notes. By the end of this meeting, you tell me if your expectations were met. Are we good to go? If you can still hear me, just 111 or whatever you have to type, just so I know. Good to understand and know how you can monetize your skill. You're not just going to be knowing how to, monetize your skill, but you are going to be learning how to monetize it in different ways. So that's one particular thing you think you have right now that it's cool for you and everything. You may just have one stream of monetizing it, and I'm going to unveil to you that there are actually different ways for you to monetize that skill. I'm going to be, like I said, I think I said it. I said this yesterday. I'm going to be pointing out some specific skill. I think maybe I can do one or two, give one or two examples and all. Then you can from there you can ask your questions though. Then if I'm free and I'm chanced, I'm trying to see how we can wrap up this today as fast as we can. So maybe I can just give you some tips on how to actually monetize your skill. So you can just jot down your skill on the chat box so we know, okay, this is your skill. Let me see if I can throw some light on it. Are we good? Everybody drop your skill. What's your skill? What's your skill stack? Are you someone who has multiple skills? In as much as you have multiple skills, I'm going to show you how you can actually, why one is actually more important than all, and why you should be able to choose your lead skill and how to actually monetize your lead skill. This is the Identity and Income Summit Day 3. Day finale. Where we talk about monetization of skill and how to monetize your skill. And as you can see today, I'm dressed in my native attire. I'm wearing my chief cap. Now I'm the Onohu of my village. They shall have banished me, shall. That's why I'm not going to the village this year. Are we good to go? Can you still hear me? If you can hear me clearly, just put up an emoji. Then I'll begin immediately. So we don't waste too much time. Good. Thank you very much. So we all know where we are here. Income and monetization, day three. Day three. So I'm here to tell you that I'm going to start. I always like starting with my story because I think my story is unique and it's something, yeah, basically something that majority of young adults and adults are currently going through, even at this stage. So there was a time where I told you, I've mentioned it, I learned more than 20 digital skills, but frustration kicked in and I wasn't seeing enough money as I ought to see. And the pressure was getting too much because my friends were balling. All my guys, them that we grew up together and everything, they were balling, getting good phones, flexing their lives and stuff like that. Some of them even got cars and all that. So I felt like one useless boy. You get the point. So what I'm trying to say is, it's actually wanting to get a skill, but what we actually want to make you or motivate you to continue to hone that your skill is actually money. Trust me, if you should need anything in this life, one of them, one of the most important thing is money. There is nothing you want to do in this world that does not involve money. Even most times, even most times, you need money to save a life. Do you understand? There are people that they kidnap their siblings and everything, and they ask for ransom and all that. And at the end of the day, they ask for money. You get now? There are some hospitals you go to, somebody is sick and everything. You want to try to treat that person, is your loved one and everything. You need money. Sometimes you're in school, you're frustrated. No school fees from daddy's side, no school fees from mommy's side. You need money. Majority of the times, you see, I've seen, graduate from school and they go home. They become a liability, stay in their dad's house or stay in their parents' house. And before you know, they start, they are the one who cook and wash the plate and everything. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just trying to help you understand that there are some certain stage you get to, you understand that money is actually very important. And if you don't have money, you become a liability. And basically, there are individuals who can actually toy on your emotions and everything. They can even use you because, of course, you're like a liability to them. Do you get now? So that's the reason why it's very, 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 very important that in everything you do, boss, have money, have money. So in order for us not to, get money the wrong way, which is the pillar where I stand at, for us not to actually go, the wrong way to that's the major reason why this program is proudly sponsored by Lias Alliance, and that's the major reason why we are hosting this program for free to actually help individuals to understand that fraud is not the way, or illicit business and stuff like that. They're actually legit, legitimate way you can actually make money in this internet space, in this digital space. Good ways, good money, sincerely, you can do that. I would not like to call some figures, but I would like to tell you that I've made tons, more than 7 figures. I think even more than 8 figures with this money, with this internet. You get the point now? So you need money. You need money. In order for you not to be oppressed, you need money. How many of you need money here? If you need money, maybe you can put an emoji of money in the chat box, or just comment money. If you need money, maybe you don't know what I want to do giveaway now. Just put say I need money. You get now? So everybody needs money. Even your daddy need money. So you'll be like the is it the breadwinner they call him now? You'll be the breadwinner of your house if you start giving your daddy money tomorrow. Just imagine this Christmas, you just call your daddy and say, "Hey, dad, can you please send your account details?" And you just, send him like, let's say 5 M and say, "Okay, daddy, please just use it to get chicken for Christmas." Like, do you get those your siblings that you left at home that used to call you by your name? Blessing, blessing, blessing. When you start sending them money, they start calling you Sister Blessing. Auntie Blessing. Do you get the point? So do you now understand and know why you need money? I said, let me remind you, because of course you know why you need money, but I'm just trying to remind you why you really, really need this money and why you should not joke with it. You get? So the same people who go into fraud and do all sort of illicit business and everything, they are very dedicated in what they do. In order for them to get that money, they are very dedicated. So why don't you, who have a skill, why can't you be dedicated to what you are doing? If you can put in, much efforts as those people are putting in their own business, I think for real that you are going to get enough results and good results for real. Do you get? So that's the reason why you need money. So now that you understand your identity, now that you have a skill, oh, that's cool. Social media management, videographer, social media management, graphic design. That's cool. That's nice. The majority of us here are social media managers. So let's see. Maybe I should be able to give you some tips. Let's see. All right then. So let's go straight to our slide for today. Slide 1. Are you there? So we have the income and monetization, and right here is telling us that income is not greed. So for the fact that you are looking for money or you need money is not that you are greedy. No. You see, there are basic needs of life, and these needs cannot be sorted out unless you have the resources. And I was helping us understand yesterday that there are different types of works. There's the hard work, there is the smart work, and then there's the network. In all this work, the end game is to make money, is to get money, to be able to gather resources. In as much as you need a good network of friends and everything, at the end of the day, still centered around money. So everything you want to do, that particular skill you have that just right now, that you want to upscale. You've seen the way people are doing it online. When you go, you want to do a rebrand and a revamp, they tell you, this is the money you see, even to you see, skill has a maintenance cost. That is something we have to understand today. Skill, it has a maintenance cost, and scaling is expensive. So if you must scale that particular skill you have, you need to have money. Do you get? So when you say, "Hey, I need money," it's not that you are greedy. It's not that you are one unbeliever and stuff like that. You really need money. Everybody does. Income is this for. It's the motivation that drives you. It's not just a motivation alone. It's more of like it's for. Yeah, it's correct. It's for. It keeps on burning. So when you see that you have a lot of visions, you see majority of the things that is actually happening to us right now, majority of us that have multiple skills, confused and everything, if we actually had money from like one particular skill was actually pumping us enough money, we would not have learned many things. It's more of like a survivor mindset. Nigerians, we have it. We have that survivor mentality. So we want to do everything and anything, any way, now way. The Igbo, I was studying the Igbo's marketing and psychology of marketing, and it's quite intriguing. What I was able to discover is the fact that, you see, when you meet an Igbo man in the market and say, "Hey, do you have these jeans?" Even if they don't have it, they'll tell you, "Yes, we have it. They are second store." They will run and go and meet their neighbor and do affiliate marketing. So they will collect the gin from their neighbor's store, come and tell you, "Hey, this is our second store, it's our second store." At the end of the day, you end up paying for that gin, then they get a commission. So every way, now way, just to do what? To make that money. So in anything you want to do, if money is not coming in, you end up being frustrated and you want to try out something else because this way is not actually working. That's how we end up learning different skills. We end up going, extra lengths to want to, brand ourselves, do this and everything, because we're not actually getting enough from what we have already. In as much as there are individuals, getting it well and nice and they're actually doing very well. It's more of like we are doing what we ought to do and what they are asking us to do, but we are not getting enough results. But if you actually sit down to notice, you will find out that there is actually something that person is doing, and that thing actually involves money. So skill has a maintenance cost. Do you get skill? It has a maintenance cost. So if you don't have money to actually maintain that skill, to brand yourself well, because even branding, you need to pay somebody to brand you. Do you understand? Unless you have a special relationship, that is, understand now. In creating wealth, there are three types of works. There is the hard work, that is you already learning the skill. There is this smart work, and there is the network. So most times you may not actually have the money to want to do what you have to do. I don't know if you get me now. Understand how to leverage your network. If you can actually leverage your network, you find out that there's a lot of things you ought to do and you want to do, which involves money, and you would not pay for it because of relationship, because of network. So while I was growing up, it's not just that I had enough money to come and be pumping into my career and everything. No, I didn't really have much while I was coming up. Even as at now, I don't have much. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to have more, but in everywhere we find ourselves, we just have to be grateful, because wherever you find yourself, that is actually somebody's prayer point. You get the point now. So what I did during my early stage of growth was leveraging on the networks I had, on the friends, on the relationship I had. So I had someone who was a graphic designer, and the person was very good to me, and I had a very good relationship with that person, because I'm not somebody to spoil relationship. But many of us say the relationship we only have is bad people. We don't even have good people close to us. Let me not be very literal with it. But the network of people we have around us is just people who cannot even help our life. So you have to change your network immediately, with immediate effect. Run away from that place, because the environment in a very big way has a way of influencing your thoughts, because your environment is what you see and what you listen to. You get? So understand that. So while I was coming up as a creative and all that, I wasn't, rich, wealthy and everything. I didn't have enough money, the money and the resources I needed to actually pump into my brand and all. But I had to leverage on my network, helping them understand this is where I'm going. So there is always one person who believes in your vision. There's always one person who believes in you. You just have to be able to rightly, communicate your value and your mission. So you understand that your value proposition is not just for clients only. It's for your network, for your friends, for people who can actually sponsor you, can partner with you, who can help you, can assist you in every way. So relationship, it's a give and take. This word is transactional. That's something you have to understand. It's transactional. If you want anything, you have to give in something. Take it or like it. Just rest. Do your research. Think about your life. For everybody that have ever done something for you, there's just this mentality that has been sown in you that I owe this person something. It's not like the person asks you, say, okay, take this, and the person is telling you, I will be needing this from you someday. No, there is just this mentality that plays in that I owe this person a big deal. If I blow tomorrow, this person will enjoy it. Do you get? So that's how it works. So you understand that the word is transactional. So if you actually want to get something, you give something. So in order for you to have good relationship and good networks, you have to be willing to actually do something and give something also. So it's not just a one-sided benefit stuff. Are we getting what I'm trying to say? This would actually help us set the right foundation in entering this lesson today. It would really, really help us if you understand this. Are we understanding? If you understand, just a fire emoji on the chat box. If you are getting what I'm trying to say. So everything is not just about collecting. Sometimes that's your friend who you are collecting from. Try as much as possible to see how you can contribute to their life, what you can do. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. There are some advices that are very good, and it carries weight, and it can actually form a person's life. When it comes to coaching, mentorship, and everything, it's words. There are so many of us that doesn't really push somebody to do something. We can actually advise somebody. So you understand that whatever you do is like you're sowing a seed. So if you can actually sow that seed rightly, that ground That for you to, so when you have skill and this particular skill is not actually giving you enough to drain you to the point where you have gone, join the big guys. Let me just go and press. Do you get? So when your skill cannot sustain you, to eventually drain you, and something you don't know is never know until you meet somebody who tells you. There is no juju, there is no prayer that can make you know, unless you meet somebody, unless you have somebody. Do you get the point now? That's the reason why I'll keep on hitting it, that you need a mentor, you need a coach. You may not, because they may be running away from you, you don't know. So the goal of today is to show you how one skill can actually feed you in many ways without stress. How you can break one skill into multiple stream of income. I'm not calling multiple stream of struggles, or multiple stream of income. That is the goal of today's meeting. Do we get? So if you're understanding me so far, just put on the chat box, say I need good network. I need good relationship. I need good network of people. I need a better environment. Understand that they contribute a whole lot to your growth in life. So one skill can actually bring you clients, one skill you can convert it to a product, one skill you can convert it to tutoring and teaching, one skill you can use it to grow a community. We are going to be understanding this to the next slide. So why most skilled people are struggling is not because they actually lack talents. No. You are sincere with what you are doing. You actually know what you are doing. You know your onions. You know your skill stack. At least you can actually do something. You are better than some people who are actually making more than you. You know that. So the problem is not how talented you are. Naturally, Nigerians, we are known to have talent. A lot of us. But it's just that most of us are lazy. That's one thing. But the problem is how your value is presented. So it's one thing. Yesterday we were helping us to understand positioning. This is also positioning now. If you understand, in everything we are going to be discussing today, you find out that there is a part of position, like I would say 70% of it is going to be positioning. So if you lack the right position, you are going to attract the wrong audience, and audience that are going to underprice you. Do you understand? So how do you present your value? So you may be very good. I am the one that is close to you. I know that you are very good. You have been doing graphics for me. You have been managing my social media, and you have been giving me results. But when you put yourself out there, understanding now that the world is rapidly moving into the digital space and everybody is gradually evolving and moving online. And now you know that in order for you to actually brand yourself, you have to put yourself online. You have to brand yourself in one of these social media and everything. So how do you then communicate your value in a way that your target audience are able to see this and say, okay, I need this person's skill. I need this person's service. Do you understand the point now? So it's not the fact that you actually lack talent, it's the fact that your value is not well presented. So when your value is not well presented, you have what we call a positioning problem. That's the reason why we always advise everybody who wants to position online, go and learn copywriting. Copywriting is a curiosity-driven writing. It's a writing that is able to direct individual or, coerce an individual to actually perform an action, even out of their will sometimes. So that's the reason why you see these days, you see Temu is giving you ads, different type of ads, back and front. And you end up placing orders for things that you didn't actually need at that point. That wasn't your priority at that point. It's not like you don't actually need it, but it wasn't really your priority. You had priorities, but Temu just splashed something in your face 5 times, 20 times, 100 times, and you're like, just wanted to get it because the price was too cheap. Do you get now? So the problem is not that you are not talented. The problem is how do you present yourself? As you lay your bed, so people lie on it. Abi? It's the way you dress that you will be addressed. Abi? Sure, that's the right adage. The sound isn't coming up. Can you guys hear me now? How many of you can hear me? Can you still hear me? 111 on the chat box if you can hear me clearly. Say you can't hear the sound. Hold on, let me give a check. Is it just blessing? If you know you can hear my sound, if you know you can hear me clearly, just 111 on the chat box. Let's know if it's blessings network or if it's mine. But I'm not sure if it's mine though. But let's see. So can we hear me clearly now? Check if you can hear me. Can we hear me? Can we hear me clearly? Can we hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly now? Okay, you can hear from your end. Good, thank you. So it means it's blessings network. Blessing, go and deal with your network. Blessing, go and deal with your network. So the problem, like I said, is not lack of get audience. Do you understand? In this internet, you are branding yourself. That is who you are. That is who you want to be or whatsoever. There is no issue whatsoever for you to start dressing like your miracle. Do you get? Dress the way you want to be addressed. So if you want to remain a pauper, keep on. Do you get? Do we understand? So we have to get that point. Something is they pay for what it solves, the benefits. So in as much as I want a social media manager, I don't want somebody. That is long story. Tell me how help us explain. So people don't pay for how good you are or anything. They just want to know that you can solve their problem and you can actually do. So when you are and you bear, but this person is like, you are going too far. Okay, let me see. Let me at least see what you have to say. I'm going to buy from is the person that is the clearest, the person that is able to touch. That's my pain point. And you, it's going to be a problem. What happens? You keep on losing clients. So at the end of the day, I kept on telling somebody. I think I was talking to a student of mine recently, and I was helping him understand. Sorry, helping her understand that this year you've been able to make such figures. It's very cool and nice. But do you know how much you lost this year? She was like, how? I made money now. How could you make money? I don't understand now. But do you know how much you lost because of this problem, and this problem? So most times when I audit people's brand, when I audit people's businesses and everything, you get to find out that in as much as they are having inflow of resources of income and everything, what they're actually losing is something they don't understand. So there is a problem that their brand is currently facing that will make them to lose more than they are actually gaining. Do we get? I was helping us understand that the human mind is more, was it more driven than the motivation to avoid losses than to make gain? So that alone, if you understand, it's psychology. This is sales is psychology. Selling yourself is psychology. So when I'm saying learn copywriting, copywriting is psychology. Do you get the point now? So the deeper you go, the deeper you understand. And the more you understand individuals, the more you understand your target audience. So if you don't actually understand that your primary client who you will sell for, and you continue selling for this client, and this client will keep on buying from you. So if you have a retainer of like 10 clients, you're already making money, more money. That's actually systems. We'll get there. Maybe we'll get there. So you understand? So understand psychology and understand that the human mindset is more driven by the motivation to avoid losses than to make gains money. This is where it is causing the issue. Headlines: how I made 100 million. How I just let's say hooray, I just made 100 million naira. And there is a second content which says 70 people just died in a plane crash. 99. I just let's say hooray, I just made 100 million naira. And there is a second content which says 70 people just died in a plane crash. 99.9 90 people that died in plane crash, because we are more driven to negative headlines. So you see why I know this, because I have actually studied the system. I have actually studied the people. Do you get now? So majority of Nigerians are more driven by negative headlines than positive headlines. So understand your primary target. So okay, foreigners, they are more driven by this, by this, by this. Okay, so if I want to actually to have a lot of issues to deal with in the future, so you may be making money right now, but trust me, you are losing more than you're actually making, but you don't know that. Let's say social media management. I will reach clients. They tell me that, okay, I want to manage the account. I will manage the account. That is only what you are doing as a social media. Wait until you are ready. You are waiting for the perfect moment to create opportunity, cost, and delays. Waiting for the perfect moment, you just have to start. Know what you are doing first. We discussed this yesterday, so I would not like to go back and everything. Just go watch yesterday's meeting, day 2. It's 2. I think it was broken into 2. So just watch the first one. It talks about the Maslow's of how you have to understand the context of your skill, and how you also need to understand your primary target audience and how to deliver your value proposition. So go study yesterday. Let me not repeat myself again. So people don't pay for how hard something is, they pay for what it solves, like I said. So can we still hear me? Good. So third slide, the next slide. So what actually monetization actually means is not you going out there to beg for clients every day, hunt clients and everything. It's not posting every day as if you are a bot or you are a robot. It's not underpricing yourself. Monetization is taking what you know and intentionally packaging it in a way that people already understand and they are willing to pay for. Help understand this. Monetization is taking what you know and intentionally packaging it in a way that people already understand it and are willing to pay for it. So when monetization is not clear, you are always guessing. Your brand is more of like a guesswork. But when monetization is clear, income becomes predictable because you already know, you already have a plan. I was hitting this yesterday that most of us don't even have a strategic plan for our business, our skill, or whatever we are doing. So you don't actually sit down to actually target and say, okay, this month I need 10 million naira. Now, how do I get 10 million naira? I need a service. I need to solve the need of people or business owner of this, of that, and everything. Okay, how do I solve this? My particular skill can solve this particular need. All right, how much is my skill worth as at this point? Okay, so if I need 10 million naira, that means if I offer my skill for 500,000 naira, how many clients am I going to be needing for the month of, let's say, December to make 10 million naira? So when you understand that, okay, this is the number of clients I need, then you not give a breakdown. How many clients do I need to get every week? You jot it down. How do I get these clients to see me, and how do I get them? You plan it. When I get them, how do I make this client a retainer that I'm able to repeat the same result for next month? You get it down. So when you are able to put these whole things together, your business, your skill, everything you are doing becomes clear. So do not treat your skill as just a side income. My mentor always says something like this. He will tell you that if you take your skill as a side income, as a side chick, he said you will make a side income. But if you make that skill your main source of income, you make the most out of it. You make the most out of that skill, and you make good amount of money from it. Do you get? So stop treating your skill as if it is just one side gig and everything. No, if you keep on treating it like that, trust me, you keep on getting side gigs. People who have made it in this internet, people who is currently doing well in this internet, are people who have taken their skill very serious, and they have built a business around that skill, built an institution around that skill, built a brand around that skill, that you now find out that this person is a social media manager, but how come this person has an agency? I don't get. This person can actually do more. So if you're able to understand this, like something is actually going on. Do we understand? I hope you are getting the point. I hope we are getting the point. So monetization is what is taking what you know already, that's your skill, and intentionally packaging it in a way that people already understand and they are willing to pay for. Next slide, please. So the biggest discovery today is that success requires multiple earning method from one skill rather than acquiring many skills. So it's actually some, let me say, if I say foolishness now to actually want to learn multiple skills when you know that you can actually earn one skill and then convert it into different source of income or different stream of income. Do you understand? So with one skill, a client can pay me. With one skill, I can sell a product. With one skill, I can teach people and make money. With one skill, I can build a community around it. With one skill, I can run ads and make money consistently, create a product around it and run ads. With one skill, I can create a system whereby I don't need to be there physically. The business is just working for itself and it's just paying me. That is when you are even permitted to want to go and learn another thing. But if you have not actually gotten there, learning another thing is just confusing yourself at this point. So one skill is actually enough if you know how to multiply it. Do you get? Now, example. Next slide, please. Social media. So majority of us here we are actually social media managers, and we can actually attest to this, that this is actually something we can actually do. As a social media, well, for those of you who actually understands and know what a social media manager is, because majority of people have, I would say some of the individuals have actually coached over the years. When they came, they say like, I'm a social media manager. I said, are you sure? Do you know what is a social media manager? Are you sure you are a social media manager? Because if I do a breakdown of what a social media manager can do, are you sure you can do it? So most times you just say I'm a social media manager, I'm this, go and learn. Most of you have not even learned your skill completely. You are not even as good as you ought to be. You are just at the basic stage of your skill. Go and learn. Submit. Just see. You see, majority of us, we go to school, and we spend 4 years, 5 years to actually study one course. And at the end of the day, we take the certificate of that course and we start looking for money here. We start looking for, take our CV, we start looking for jobs here and there, looking for individuals who can pay us and everything. But when it actually comes to learning the skill, we want to learn that skill in 1 month and start making money the next month. Can't you see that you have village problem? Can't you see that the people that are sitting on top of your matter, they are bigger than you? You are not seeing it yet. You have to see it. Oh, there is a problem. There is a very big problem. Do you understand now? So the fact that you can actually go school for a course that you don't actually need, and you know that this course, or more, if I will get somebody to employ me for this course, or everyone to give me the money that I'm looking for, it to be hard though. And you know that there's this particular skill you have a talent. You have this huge potential within you that can give you millions, billions, but you are not willing to give it the time it needs. You're not willing to dedicate the time that skill need. You're not willing to be intentional with it. See, there is a problem. That's why I mentioned in the one that we actually have a discipline problem. In anything you want to do, if you lack discipline, you are going to lose out. I kid you not. You're going to lose out. So as a social media manager or a digital marketer, someone who understands somebody who understands social media. So as a social media manager, you should understand social media. Don't even tell me you don't understand social media. Someone who understands social media can earn through, number one, managing accounts. So I can employ you right now to start managing my social media accounts like Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, or whatever I have to manage. You manage it, and you have a monthly retainer. You are being paid $150K, $100K, $200K, $250, $500, $1,500, $500. The case may be, I have a friend who is very close, and this person currently earns $1,500 to manage an account every month. I have another person who earns $3,000 monthly just to manage a social media account. So that is one. one stream. The second one is auditing, profile optimization service. I think was it October? I can't really remember now. October or November, one of those two. I I put up an offer on my WhatsApp status to actually teach 10 people or give 10 people a marketing secret on how to actually earn more than 100K consistently every month. And that was profile optimization. So there are plenty people online these days plenty people who are trying to come online who don't know how to do it. And even when they are online, they are positioning wrongly for it. They are not positioned well. So you that understand positioning, you that understand social media, you can actually go audit their account for free and tell them, hey, I saw this about your profile. I saw this. Maybe this is what is holding you from growing. This is what is holding you from doing this and everything. And I can actually help you. And while you are managing people's accounts, you are already having a retainer for managing accounts. You can also be doing auditing. I'm not even kidding. There was a month I earned in auditing because I don't really charge much. I think I decided, was it November now, October? Can't really tell, but it was the month I actually decided to start working with Nigerians. I just wanted to see, it's more of like giving back to the society. So I wanted to see how much, how many Nigerians I can actually reach out to help them brand themselves on LinkedIn and everything, just for a fee, a little fee. It's not like I actually put a price tag to it. I just asked them to give me a budget. What is their budget? What is it that they are willing to work around? And if it's something that, of course, I'm willing to work around, okay, good. But if not something that it's enough, maybe we can find something or maybe slash the package into two. And I made more than 7 figures that month. Sorry, 6 figures that month. More than. It was crazy because they were just flocking in. So that's to help you understand that there are plenty of people out there. So when you think that the world market is saturated and everything, there are plenty of people who are already doing this thing. You are making mistake. It's because you are not rightly positioned for it. If you are rightly positioned for it, you understand that you can do anything. Just have your own profile. Know what you are doing. Be consistent with what you are doing. Be confident about it, and have your product or whatever service you are doing. Have it to be very clear. Do you get it now? So you can be managing somebody's account as a social media manager or as somebody who understands social media. You can also do profile optimization for the person. That's 2 streams of income already. The third one is content strategy. So there are actually people who already have big brands, as a matter of fact, who doesn't even know how to post. Most of them just go to GPT and garbage in, garbage out. Do you understand? Garbage in, garbage out. That's what majority of them do. Just enter GPT and do 1 or 2 things and just bring out content and post online. So you can actually reach out to them and tell them, hey, you are actually doing this thing wrong. You are doing this wrong. This is why the algorithm is not picking your content. This is why your content is not search engine optimized and everything. And you can actually help the person craft a content strategy. It's very easy. It's very simple. As a social media manager, you should be able to do that. If you're unable to do that, it means you have issues. Go back to your drawing board and go and learn. Learning does not naturally mean you have to close up your profile, close up your brand and everything. No. We helped us understand, what's it called now? Continuous growth on Monday. The fact that you can be posting something about this online and be consistent with this online, but backstage you're actually going to learn more. You are deepening your knowledge in that particular skill. It makes you more, how would I put this now? It makes you more, it gives you boldness, and it creates a lot of confidence in you. Understanding that I know my own news, I know me, I know what I'm doing. There is nothing you will do. Bring this question up and down, or middle or center, we answer you. So you can actually reach out to people and work out content strategy for them. Content strategy it costs more than 350K. I'm telling you. Because content is more of like everything. Even if you have a brand today and you want to do this, whatever you have to do, you have to post content. You have to post. What are the contents you want to be posting? Not even everybody understand their content, their target audience and everything. You can just go help the person understand his target audience well. Just draft a proposal and say, hey, see what you want to do and all that. As a social media manager, this is 3 stream already. The 4th one is running ads. Social media manager, you don't know how to run ads. Hey, clap for yourself. You don't even know how to run ads. So you cannot even run ads for your own personal brand. Can't you see you have a problem? You are the one that have a problem. Now it's not even your client. So fix your problem. So what is stopping you from not making that money? What is stopping you from not making enough money from that particular skill you have is because you don't understand your skill first. You have not fully grabbed the context of that skill and how you can actually use it. That one skill can actually open different doors and different streams of income. As also as a social media manager, you can be a consultant. You can consult brands. So I think Blessing reached out to me yesterday, and she was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? She said, I'm a videographer, video editor, a social media manager, and I think a graphic designer and stuff like that. And she said, what will I position as? I said, you're a social media manager. It's as simple as that. A social media manager can edit video, can edit graphics, can write content, can do a lot. So what type of social media manager are you? So you're a social media manager. So stop confusing yourself and thinking you have multiple skills. You just have, there are different type of skills. This is not why we are here today. I would have helped you understand this. But understand that there are skills that are hubs. Why there are some skills you have to niche down to the barest minimum. You see, virtual assistant is a hub. As a virtual assistant, you should be able to manage a social media account, do graphics, do administrative work, do this, do that, and majority of the things you see online, because you are a virtual assistant. The same thing a personal assistant does physically, you do it virtually. So it means that you can actually help anybody. So you see that at the end of the day, you have to niche down. There are individuals who are no longer a virtual assistant, they have to niche down to social media manager. There are individuals who are no longer social media managers, they have niche down to brand consultants. The individuals who are no longer brand consultants, they have niched down to profile optimizers. There are some that have niched down to just running ads alone. That's what they are doing. That's their specialty. So know what you want to do. Don't just go and take one title that is not for you. This entitlement mentality, it's something that is wrong with us. You want to be called a coach. You want to be called a social media man. You want to be called everything. Only you. But if you stand or you hop on the call on an interview and anything, you'll be shaking. Your mouth will be shaking. Do you understand? The reason why most of you are not humble yet is because you have not met people who will interview you and you'll be like, oh more. It's like, I don't understand this my skill again. No. It's like I have to go back. So as a social media manager or somebody who understands social media, you can actually do brand consultation for founders and the likes of those people. A lot of people. As also a social media manager or somebody who understands social media, you can teach. You can hold a class. You know this thing. You have been doing this thing for years and everything, and it has been giving you results. Don't you think it's about time you actually hold a class to actually teach people about it? Why are you stingy? Why don't you want to share your knowledge? You have a whole lot. You have a wealth of knowledge buried deep down within you. Only you just a server. You don't want to teach. You don't want to share. What's it called? You don't want to share updates. Share updates. Teach me. I want to learn. Teach me what is giving you money. So you have to understand that whatever stage you are in life is actually somebody else's prayer points. Somebody is actually praying. That, oh God, if you can just make me to be like, they are envying you. You they suffer. But people they envy you. See, there's this life that will say it's not normal. Now you know it's you they suffer. But there are people who are envying your suffering. they envy your poverty because your poverty is strategic. Your poverty it's blinding. They are envying it. Do you get? So it's really going to be hard for you if you don't actually want to teach. You have a lot within you. Teach, hold class. You don't have to go and be charging 50K, 20K. Let me teach you psychology. I'm going to use my notes right now. Let's say I have a goal to make 100,000 naira. I'm going to teach you operation. Call this one urgent 2K formula. So I have a project that is worth 100,000 naira. Like I want to make 100,000 naira. I'm looking for 100,000 naira at this point. 100,000 naira is my problem. God forbid, it's not my problem. I need 100,000 naira. In order for me to make this 100,000 naira, in as much as I have tried managing accounts and everything, although I'm making money there, but I'm just stuck in it there. One place. I'm looking for a new stream to actually make this 100,000 naira. Now, it means I can hold a class to actually teach people how to be a good social media manager, or how to grow their accounts in less than 15 days, in less than 2 months, less than 3 months, or how to land gigs, how to get clients, or how to be. Mm, there are different offers that can be crafted around your teachings, basically, you get. So you can hold beginner courses or workshops or whatever you have to hold. So you know that in order for, if you are going to sell this course and you are giving it out for 10,000 naira, so 10,000 naira, how many students do you need? Let's do the maths. Maybe it's 10 students. So it means if you have 10 students register for that course for 10,000 naira, you will make 100,000 naira that you are looking for. Abi, 10 students. So let's say 10,000 naira is too much, and the students and people that are around you cannot afford it, and you shift it down to 5,000 naira. How many 5,000 naira can you get in 100,000 naira? Do the math. 100 divided by 5. So that is the number of students that you are going to be needing or looking for that particular course. 100 divided by 5. That is 20 students. So if 20 students pay 5k, you get 100k. Okay, let's say there are people around that does not have what's it called now? Does not have 5k. They cannot pay 5k. You are just coming up in industry and everything. You can put it in 2k, 2,000 naira. Come and attend class. Do you get? Be able to communicate the value of that class and the benefit of that class to the people you want, to your primary target audience, so that they will come. Because if you are unable to actually communicate it, there will be an issue. You will not get students, no matter how cheap you put it. Do you understand? So if you put it in 2,000 naira, how many students do you then need? 100 divided by 2, sorry. You need 50 students. So you need minimum of 50 students to register for that class for you to make 100,000 naira. So if you have this target for a month, you have a month to do marketing for this particular course or class you want to hold. It means that you can actually dedicate every week. We have 4.5 weeks roughly in a month. You can dedicate every week to say, okay, this week let me get at least 20 clients or 20 sign-ups every week. See, you do a breakdown. Sit down and write down your plans. See, a man that wants to build his house, or wants to build a house, that has not been able to actually sit down to rightly articulate and the needs of that house, that man is in trouble. Do you understand? That man is in trouble. So you have to be able to write down your visions plain. Let it be so plain as you're able to see, okay, this is what I have to do to get here. This is what I have to do to get this. You understand? So that is one aspect. Then also there's the third, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm actually giving you 8 ways you can actually monetize just one skill: social media management. 8 stream of income with one skill. Is that not crazy? That's massive. Somebody say that's massive. And also je peux baby. I say that's massive. Do you understand? Do you get the point now? Hey, well. See me that say we should fast today. Okay, well. Do you understand? So you can actually draft out templates and planners for digital product sales and everything. Even content calendars, you can do that. Then we have agency building, full service social media agency. So that's actually system. So that's like creating a system that works even without you. So you have friends who actually are social media managers also. Just tell them, hey, let's come together. You have 5 of them, you have 2 of them, you have 3 of them. Come together, like, create an agency, so that you can start getting massive so you can you can get plenty gigs at a time, and you're able to manage them. Do you understand now? So let's move on to the next one. So say same skill, different doors of income. The second one is writing and content creation. The skill did not change. Oh, you are a content writer. you're a content creator, you're a copywriter. This is for you. The skill did not change, only the packaging did. So for number one, you can do content writing for brands, for individuals or brands, whatever. Content writing. You can start writing content for them, creating content calendar for them, like to be posting every day or every week, whatever, 3 times in a week, 5 times in a week or whatever. You can just be doing that for brands and you are paid for it. You can start writing sales copy for funnels and everything. You can act as a ghostwriter. You know what a ghostwriter means. So at the end of this class, I'm expecting you not, not to just go keep your notes and dump it, but to take the slides and everything and go do more research about it. Understand? I am a content writer. As a content writer, what does it mean to make money as a content by writing content for brands? How do I make money writing sales copy? How do I make money as a ghostwriter? How do I make money as an email campaign writer? So you can set up email campaigns and you are the one writing the copy. You can do content strategy. You can start doing paid newsletters. You can start teaching. Teaching is one part of it that cannot be removed from it. Then you can start selling licensing templates. There are different ways you can actually do this. A lot. Like there are different ways. Let's move on. Next slide. So time for money will always limit you. So we are going to understanding how time for money is a limitation. Your income is limited by your available time. That's something you have to understand. So if you have currently you have a brand you are managing, and this brand is paying you 250,000 naira every month, you know very well that if another brand comes now, I will not be able to manage these two at the same time. Are you understanding the reason why you have to create a system? Why you have to start that agency? Why you have to start that business now? Do not look at that skill like just an ordinary skill. You have built a brand. You have a potential that brings in clients. Clients are looking for you, looking to, reach out to you every day for this particular service that you offer and all that. But you know personally that my income is limited by my available time, because the time I have, I'm already investing it in one person's brand. And I cannot take on 6 brands at a time, 3 brands at a time. So am I going to keep on rejecting them? So you understand that people who are making money are not just people who make money from one stream of income, but from multiple streams of income, and they've been able to create a system around it that makes it very easy for them to make this money. And sometimes they don't even have to work. They don't have to stress themselves. The clients just come, they onboard the clients, and they have people backstage who works for the clients and everything, and they get paid. Do you get? So it's business. Let me give you an example of something I did one time and everything. Just a little example and stuff. So I think I've worked for brands who basically what I charge. Let's say I charge $500. That's around I think 700 and something thousand naira now and stuff like that. Just to get something done. And at the end of the day, I get somebody who wants to do it, and I pay the person 100,000 naira. And I'm even making like 7x, I'll be 6x on top of the person's head. So it's not like I'm bad, it's business. I have been able to sort out the need of that person at that particular time. The person is happy, I am happy, my client is happy, everybody is happy. We are good to go. I will keep on making money. Tomorrow, if I need that person will of course come. Because he needs money. Or she needs money. Do you understand? So stop thinking that I'm a bad person. This person now give me this money now. Now go and be giving this person this small money. No. Price it oh. So you got a gig for 1 million naira. And you reach out to somebody who you know can deliver value, can deliver excellence for that gig and everything. Let's say for graphic design. And you say, hey, how much will it take you to design these graphics? The person is very good and the person tell you 5K. Price them. Don't say because I have overflow. I have 1 million, I can just give person 5,000, 905,000 still my own. No. Price it. I think I can give, let's work with 3K. If you work with 3K. The person work, you pay the person 3K, the person is happy, you are happy. After all, the person did not even have to look for the clients. Clients came to him. If he rejects, there are tons of people out there who will do it for sometimes even cheaper than that and still deliver the value. But overall, deliver value. Deliver excellence. Let your clients be happy. You be happy. Let everybody be happy. Do you understand now? And you will definitely get tired. You get tired. Physical and mental limitation catches up with you. You get tired. You want to do everything yourself. You want to be making all the money. You are carrying 7 brands. Only you they manage. How? You know what they call mental fatigue? No one day to happen to you. You will be inside your house. You cannot move from that bed. You will just be paralyzed. You will see everything. You will do your phone. You cannot move. Because of what? Mental fatigue. Go study it. And slow growth. Building system takes time but pays dividends. So the shift is I do everything myself. So I have designed a system that actually works repeatedly. That is when your income becomes stable. Are we understanding tonight? Am I actually delivering value? Am I delivering value? Are you getting me? Are you understanding me? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Are we gaining value tonight? So stop doing everything yourself. Stop biting more than you can chew. Design system, put systems in place that works repeatedly for you, even without you being in it. That is when it becomes a stream of income. When you are still in it, it is a struggle. It is not called stream of income, it is called stream of struggle because you are still inside the rat hole. So it is when you have been able to successfully design a system that works without you, that is when it becomes a stream of income. But when you have been able, when you don't, when you are unable to actually design the system and you are still in between the system and everything, which means that everything, in order for this thing to work, you have to be there physically. It means it is not a stream of income, it is a stream of struggle. Do we understand? Do you get? Let's move to the next slide. So let's help us understand the monetization ladder. Most people start with service. Well, that's normal, but growth comes when you move upwards. You have more leverage then, less stress, and greater predictability. So let's say number 1, service, direct work for clients. Number 2, packaged offer. So number 1, you are offering your service to people. That is how you started. I'm a graphic designer. I design for people, and they are, they pay me for designs. So I design one graphics 10K, 5K, 3K, 100K, 1 million. I'm designing it like that. I'm getting direct work from clients, and I'm, solving the problem. And of course, I'm getting paid for it. That's one. Then after that, what you want to do in order for you not to be stuck with that always offering service and everything, it's not like you're going to stop. You're going to keep on doing it. Let me give you a secret. As a graphic designer, try as much as possible to train at least 1 or 2 individuals who are very loyal to you that you can start giving works to. So when work comes to you, you don't have to be the one designing it every time. You can just give it to a maker or sources, because you have already trained them. Look at you as a boss. They look at you as senior man and everything. You get? It's not like you're not paying them. Understand? You have to. This networking. You have to create a good relationship with your staff, or whoever you're working with, your team and everybody. You get? So if you are able to actually do that, that is a system. It means that you keep on getting works. There are times that works are overwhelming, especially this December period. You should understand as a graphic designer that it is overwhelming. And it's actually foolish of you to actually say, I've closed for the year. I cannot actually take gigs again. I have plenty of work already. That is because you have a stream of struggle. You may think you are making money, but you are struggling. It's not yet a stream of income. Don't even think it. That is not a work. That's stressing yourself. But if you actually have people that you can leverage on, and when this work comes to you, I'm not telling you go and be giving learners clients work. I say train these people. Make sure they are good as you. Replicate yourself. Do not be a one-man army. No. Try as much as possible to replicate yourself in different ways, so that when job come, when gigs come, you're able to say, hey, you, Philip, take this. Daniel, take this. You take this. You take this. And everybody is working. Why you now have more time to think more and do more. But when you are overwhelmed with jobs and stress and everything, you are tired. You cannot actually do much. You cannot even package any offer. So number 1 is first offer service. The second one is you start packaging some offers. There are different offers based on your skill and everything. Understand that aspect. Then the third one is consulting. So you start thinking of how you can actually consult brands, consult people, and the likes of those things. Are we following? If you are following, just put 111 on the chat box. If you are following so far, am I being heard? Is my voice clear, and are we good to continue? Huh? Are we good to go? So that's something you have to understand. So that third one is consulting. Then of course the fourth one is teaching. Knowledge transfer. Try as much as possible to replicate yourself. There are plenty of individuals out there who want to be like you. There are plenty of individuals who want to do what you are doing right now, that you can actually teach for a fee, not just for free. If you want to teach for free, know that these people are going to be people that work closely with you, and people that you have special attractions for, in more of like you have a plan that these people can actually fit into. So it's beneficial. Like I said, the word is transactional. So if I'm giving you for free, expecting something in return, even when you don't expect something in return, they are obligated to do something in return. Do you get? So provide your expert guardians to people and let them pay for it. Teach people, transfer knowledge and everything, let them pay for it. Then create digital assets. You can create a book around your service. You can actually do that. Do you get? Mute, close the screen. Is it closed? Are we still there? So you can write a book. You can write a book around what you are doing, about your experience, about everything you've been doing so far. You can write a book around this package. These are digital assets. So you don't want to leave the digital space as an empty guy or as that one person. You have to leave and leave something that they use to how will I put this now? It's more of like an impact. In as much as you are going to leave an impact on individuals, you also have to drop and release an impact in the digital space, that the SEO understands you, know you, and is able to spread you around other search engines. So write a book. It doesn't have to be a full book. And write an e-book, publish it. It's very simple, very easy. With the help of AI now, you can easily write a book. If you want to write a book, you can reach out to me. Maybe we can discuss. Do you get? So you can write a book. What other things can you do? So you can do so many other things than that. Do you get? There are other digital assets that you can actually work on and do. So apart from writing a book, what other thing can you do? Tell me in the chat box. What other thing do you refer to as digital assets that you can do, and you know that, okay, this is something I can actually do and sell? So there are courses also. So you can publish a course and then publish it on YouTube. Do you understand now? You can just record a course, record yourself, or whatever you have to do. Just do what you have to do and publish yourself. It's as simple as that. So number one, service. That's direct call to clients. Number two, packaging offers or packaged offer. That's a standardized solution. Number three, we have consulting. Yes, expert guardians that you give to brands and entrepreneurs and the likes of those people, and they pay for it. There is teaching. You can transfer knowledge to schools, to individuals, to young adults, and everybody around you. Then digital assets, you can come up with a course, write a book, or whatever you have to do. You have to understand that the more leverage, the lesser stress, and greater predictability of your finance and your income. Don't go and get stuck with multiple stream of struggle and think that you have multiple stream of income. When somebody ask you how many stream of income do you have, you say, well, I have six stream of income. I have 2 stream of income. When everything you have is struggle. Do you understand now? So there are some products currently that I am currently earning on that I don't have to pay for. Do you get that? I don't have to pay for number one. I don't have to stress myself. I have books that are getting sold every time and everything. I have courses. I have other things I do. So these things are like passive income. So I don't have to stress myself because I have been able to create digital assets and put myself out there. So people are able to access and get so many other things even without me being there physically. Do we understand? How many of us are we enjoying today's class? Are we enjoying today's class? All right, the next slide. Pricing and confidence truth. So low pricing is built on certainty and it creates doubt about the value. That's something you have to understand. So the fact that you want to win the trust of your clients and do this and everything does not mean that you have to reduce your price and think that, okay, maybe if I reduce the price, this person will just come for me and everything. Do you know that one thing I've actually found out most times is the fact that when you price yourself low, there is a way the client looks at you. It's more of like they doubt what you are going to offer if it's actually something that is standard. So the higher the price, the higher the value per se. Like, do you get? So when there's what we call, it's right here, it's clarity-based pricing. So when they fully understand what you are delivering, no matter the amount you call for them, they would want to pay for it. Because they feel privileged to even want to work with you. They feel like this person actually knows his onions. Because it takes a lot of boldness to actually call a price and say, I don't get. It's just this thing I'm looking for. Now when they call price, like, what are you doing that you are? Do you get? So clarity-based pricing builds confidence and it reflects your true value. And I would say basically most times, in order for you to actually escape this low pricing stuff, what you just want to do is ask, what is your budget? You'll find that most times their budget is even higher than the price you want to call. I think I was giving us an example yesterday of a client that reached out, and because I was broke at that point, I was looking for money to do a particular thing, and I was telling what was in my mind was just $250 or $350. Worst comes to worst, because I didn't want to just make the clients run away from me, and God saved me that day. The Holy Spirit just impressed in my heart. That was the first day. The Holy Spirit is good. He has been my anchor from day one. That was the first day. The Holy Spirit teaches. It doesn't just teach you scripture, spirituality. No, it's all around. Teaches you business also. He has taught me business in so majority of everything I know was not gotten from a coach. Was gotten from direction. I can just be here like this and I'll just get the direction, go do this. And I'll go do it. Before you know, I've gained something from it. Go study this, go study this, go study this. Do you understand? That was the first day I understood the meaning and the true value of what is your budget. And the person told me $1,000. I was like, I wish I said $250 for this thing. I would have not forgive myself in 50 years. I would cry. I will cry. Oh God. Why? Why did you do this to me? Why me? Why me, oh God? Why me? Imagine I had said $250. She said 1K, 1,000 freaking dollars. Do you get it? 150, $1,000, and we ended up settling for $1,500. Is that not massive? Somebody says massive. It's massive. It's massive. So always ask. It helps you, avoid this low pricing and everything. Just ask, what is your budget? Because everybody or anybody who basically understand this thing, anybody or everybody who wants to do a particular thing or stuff, they should have a budget around it in their head. Now, this is what I am willing to spend for this thing. This is what I have. So try as much as possible, understand your value proposition and be able to communicate it, number one, and also understand how to communicate with your client. So when it comes to pricing, ask, what is your budget? I definitely want to work with you. What is your budget? So if they ask you, no, what is the fixed price you have for this? No, where basically I don't work with fixed price. I work with custom prices. So clients that comes to me, majority of the time, they don't just come for one service. They come for multiple services and everything. So I've not been able to actually have a fixed price for my products. There are some products or services you have to have a fixed price for, but there are some services that you have to be wise enough not to have a fixed price for. Because you can be doing social media management for a Nigeria brand and they are paying you 150,000, 250,000 naira every month, but you are working it in the same social media management you are doing for an international brand, and they are giving you $700, $800 every month. So that's not a fixed price. Do you get now? So there are some prices that are not meant to be fixed. Custom. What is your budget? What do you have to pay? They know these things. Some of them will pressure you and say, no, you tell me. If you find out that it's getting too much, you can just tell them. Gaskia. And you don't just want to start from the point whereby this is what I need. If the normal price, that my heart, I will be very happy with myself if I collect this money for this project. If it's 300,000 naira, don't go straight on to tell the person 300,000 naira. You can tell the person 550. The person will even price down, and at the end of the day, it's maybe 450. You get extra money, extra cash. Yeah, I'm a businessman. I think maybe my grandparents are from Igbo land, because I don't understand where this business mentality is coming from. Do you get now? So the next slide. So systems are what scale income. It's not hard work that scale income. It's not how good you are with your skill or whatever that scale income. It's a system you have been able to build around it. Income grows faster when you have your clear offer, simple onboarding for clients. So many of us, we don't even have onboarding for clients, especially people those of us on LinkedIn. I would always advise you that you go ahead to have a scheduling app or a scheduling platform where you direct your clients to. So you want to be professional. Don't just be that person who is very accessible and very easy. If you are very easy to access, it's more of like this person is cheap. That it's a perspective. It's a mindset. This is something they understand. It's a perspective they get. Like, this person is just very easy to access. There are some messages that you don't have to respond to immediately. And when you go back to respond, just tell them, oh, sorry, I was having, I had a lot of sessions today, a lot of meeting. I'm just dropping from the meeting. So sorry, I didn't, answer you on time. It's branding. It's professionality. Do not put yourself down so cheap that everybody or anything can access you. No. It devalues you. That is something you have to know. Now, let me help you understand something. You understand, majority of us here, while we were at home, our siblings do call us Jude. How did they call you? Jude, this and no respect, no boundaries. But when you went to school, or when you went, you left the house, basically, you went to rent your own apartment, you were living yourself, independent and everything. After few months, if you call, you start hearing, I want to talk to Brother Jude. Do you know why? Boundaries were created. You were not, the same person who was very, very accessible at the beginning, now is no longer accessible. So a value is now placed on you. But when you are easily accessible, you are devalued. But when you are less accessible, the value is placed on you. So the reason why most of you are so keen on Davido, Whiskey, this person, Lawrence Oyor, this is because you don't have access to these people every time. Do you know if you have access to them every time, familiarity will play in. No matter how big they are, you can still call them Lawrence, Jude. Do you understand? Familiarity plays in when you are too accessible. Familiarity play in. Put it on the chat box. Familiarity play in when you become too accessible. So you become less accessible, your value increase. More accessible, you become devalued. Do we get the point now? Easy payment method. This is one issue we face as Nigerians because we don't have any easy payment method. So anybody who wants to pay us now currently from, let's say from the foreign states, would then start. We're not going to be looking for accounts that we'll use. Do you have paper? Do you have this account? Do you have this account? Do you have this account? But technology has made it easy. We have so many accounts. We have Gray. Shout out to Gray. We have PayPal. Shout out to PayPal. We have Paystack. We have so many of them like that. We have Wise. We have stuff like that. So make your payment method very easy. I have lost clients in the past. I have clients who, didn't work with me, or after working with me, I was not able to retain them because they paid a lot of tax sending money to me through their personal accounts instead of their company accounts. So they paid double, sometimes even triple of the tax they were supposed to pay. Do you understand now? So in order for that not to happen, you have to understand and have an easy payment method for clients to use. It's not when an international client tell you, okay, what accounts do you need? Just send me your account, let me wire the money to you. Go to send an OPay. You say, Kuda. How? Why? Why will you do that? Why? As funny as it sounds, some of us are dumb to that level. I'm telling you, it's very much possible. Do you get? I can actually use my Nigerian account to actually collect money from a client. How do I do it? I'll not tell you. Come and pay for coaching. You get that now? And educational content that builds trust. Income grows faster when you have educational content that builds trust. So you're not just putting it out there every time that you can help this one, you can help this one, you can do this, you are doing this, bragging. No, show workings. There are some times that you should actually give tips on how this thing actually works and how you can actually do this faster and everything. Try as much as possible to show to the audience or the general public that you can actually do this. So try to teach it, give people so they understand, okay, well, this person actually understands what he's doing. So it builds trust. So random effort brings random results, while systems brings consistency. Without systems, it's more of like a random effort. But with system, you have a consistent growth. Clear offers, well-defined package that clearly communicate value. Simple onboarding, streamlined process for new clients and customers. Easy payments, simple bookings and payment system. And educational content that builds trust before even selling. Do you get now? Do you understand? Now the real end goal is the fact that everything we'll be teaching so far is not something for you to make money quickly. You did not go to school to study for 4 years just for you to have a job at the end of your studies and everything and start working and making the money you want to make. One thing I understand with our country or our nation, Nigeria, is the fact that the economy grows, not like the economy grows, the world evolves and everything evolves, but salary never increases. So if they were paying 150,000 naira before, when you enter school for that particular thing you want to study, let's say you want to study architecture. No, let's say you want to study, or let's say architecture. Example, I'm just setting an example. And the reason why you want to study architecture is because you see that they're actually giving them more money. They're paying them like 750,000 naira every month. Like, wow, okay, maybe if I can study this course and I'm very good, they'll be paying me this amount every month. and you stay 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, and you graduate. Okay, let's say you graduate. Do you know that from that 1 year to the fifth year, the world is no longer as it was before? The world has grown, things has increased, and everything has increased, and the salary will still be 750,000 naira. By that time, you will not be looking for more money. So if you want to then bank on what you studied, that is if you are even going to get job, if you now want to bank on it, you know that you need 2, 3, 4, 5 stream of income to survive in this country. Do you get it now? So in as much as you are studying in school, you are doing whatever you have to do, also have to understand that you need a skill build. You need a skill that you are able to build. That you cannot just say, okay, I also do this. In as much I have friends who are actually doing well in the industry, they are working in the corporate sector, and they also have skills. They have agencies, they have things that that are working for them. They don't have to be there physically. Do you get the point now? So what we are discussing, or what we have been discussing so far, is about freedom. True freedom and true accomplishment. True freedom, true accomplishment. That is what we are aiming at. That is the aim. That is the reason why we are here, or why we've been here for these 3 days. Freedom to choose, select which clients align, select clients who align with your values and your vision. Freedom to rest, design a schedule that nurtures your well-being. And freedom to grow, expand your influence without compromising your peace. That is what income clarity gives. When you have multiple income streams, you gain leverage over your time, and you're able to do anything you want to do. You can choose to go to cinema today. You can choose to sleep in your house. You can choose to watch TV all day. You can choose to go play golf. You can choose to go for a vacation and everything, and money still comes in. It's as simple as that. It only becomes complex when you don't actually understand and have much context about what you want to do and what you are doing. And that brings us to the end of the Identity and Income Summit. That brings us to the end of the Identity and Income Summit.
Victory!
That brings us to the end of the Identity and Income Summit.
I want to thank you.
How was it? So day one, we dug deep into identity, discovering our identity and how identity